The story of human progress has always been closely tied to our ability to process and share information. But in the last century, we witnessed a revolution, one that redefined how we live, work, learn, and connect. This revolution was fueled by computing and information technology. In this video, we'll journey through the pivotal breakthroughs in computing and IT that transformed our world forever. It all began with the invention of the computer itself. In the 1940s, machines like the ENIAC were developed, massive in size but revolutionary in capability. These early electronic computers were built primarily for military calculations during World War II. Though bulky and limited, they laid the foundation for what was to come. Fast forward to the 1950s and 60s, and we see the birth of programming languages. Fortran, COBOL, and later C turned computing from an exclusive hardware-centric activity into a versatile problem-solving tool. With code, humans could instruct machines to perform tasks, analyze data, and even simulate reality. This shift democratized computing and opened it to business, science, and eventually, every domain. But it was the invention of the microprocessor in 1971 that truly ignited the personal computer revolution. Intel's 4004 chip packed the power of earlier computers into something small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Suddenly, the idea of having a computer on every desk, and eventually in every pocket, was no longer a dream, but a future taking shape. The 1980s and 90s marked the rise of personal computing. Visionaries like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates brought technology to the masses. The graphical user interface, or GUI, allowed people to interact with machines without knowing complex code. Meanwhile, companies like IBM, Apple, and Microsoft changed not only how businesses operated, but how families communicated, stored data, and accessed entertainment. But perhaps no invention rivaled the impact of the internet. Born from military research projects like ARPANET, the internet blossomed into a global network by the 1990s. With the creation of the World Wide Web by Tim Berners-Lee, the digital age truly began. People could now access and share information across the world within seconds. And then came the mobile revolution. In 2007, the launch of the iPhone introduced a new era. Smartphones became powerful computing devices with constant connectivity. With mobile apps, cloud storage, GPS, and social media, information wasn't just stored and processed. It moved with us, shaped us, and personalized our experiences. Meanwhile, open-source software redefined collaboration. Projects like Linux, Python, and GitHub created communities where thousands of developers built, improved, and shared code freely. Innovation was no longer confined to corporate labs. It was crowdsourced, global, and rapidly evolving. In the 2010s, computing took another leap with artificial intelligence and machine learning. With powerful algorithms and vast data, machines began to learn patterns, make decisions, and even surpass humans in specific tasks, like image recognition or chess. AI is now driving self-driving cars, voice assistants, predictive healthcare, and countless applications we use daily. And let's not forget cloud computing, a breakthrough that liberated us from hardware. Thanks to platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, individuals and companies can store data, run applications, and scale services globally, without needing physical servers. Behind all of these advancements, there's one more invisible breakthrough: cybersecurity. As our lives and economies shifted online, protecting data became just as critical as computing itself. Encryption, firewalls, ethical hacking, and blockchain now form the backbone of digital trust. So what have we learned from this journey? We've learned that computing and IT aren't just technical fields. They are the pulse of human advancement, reshaping how we think, interact, and imagine. From a bulky machine in a lab to an AI assistant in your pocket, each breakthrough built on the last, pushing the boundaries of possibility. And as we stand on the edge of quantum computing, brain-computer interfaces, and AI-driven societies, one thing is clear: the story of IT and computing is far from over. It's a story still being written, with each line of code and every byte of data shaping the world of tomorrow. So the next time you open an app, send a message, or ask a smart assistant a question, remember, you are touching the legacy of generations of innovation, and perhaps contributing to the next great breakthrough.